Hello? Test, test. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Hopefully, I don't have my headset on. I have the desktop audio on my speakers, so hopefully we don't hear any of the background noise. Hopefully that'll be a lot better. I'm building a PC today. Hopefully this will be a quick one, because there's no RGB involved. There's no anything special really. It's gonna be a basic setup. Switch over. And you know what? I need to rotate this, I think. Do a 180. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a lot better. So let me go back to this. Probably don't need this. This is a duplicate. Let's turn this one off. Okay, I think I'm good. Okay, so we got a motherboard. Oh. I already feel like I'm screwing up. Gosh, I gotta clean this desk again. I'm surprised Joe's on here. He's probably still sleeping. Oh, I got that new motherboard smell. I'll pop that thing in there, and then we'll get the RAM. Got a couple solid state drives here, M.2s. We got Samsung M.2 990 Pro. Make sure we're gonna get the firmware updated, because the firmware on this, if you don't update it, it's gonna crash and you're gonna lose all your data. So they went ahead and obviously fixed that. Yep, and then we have another one, an A70 Evo. So this like PC build is gonna be very basic. It's gonna be low key, no RGBs at all, no fans, none of that stuff. It's basically gonna be a sleeper PC. I'm building this PC for my cousin. So we got some Ripjaw S5 G-Skill RAM. This is DDR5 memory. So this is a DDR5 motherboard as well. So, and obviously I left like some upgrades for improvements later if you ever want to upgrade the CPU or upgrade more RAM or whatever, you know. It'd be entirely up to him. So I guess I'm actually get started on putting the M.2 in. You're going to be using this PC for YouTube content. That's what this is going to be. YouTube content. Myself, I'm gonna buy like a toolkit, but I never seem to buy one when I need one. What is going on with this? Why can't this come on? So can I will this get in here? A socket. This one will definitely make it. I don't want to strip these screws, but they're not coming off. There we go. There's one. Why is it being so difficult to take this off? What is up with this? There we go. It's starting to strip the screw. That's not good. That's not good. I feel like this would really get in there, but I feel like it would strip it too. Why did today have to be freaking difficult? Like what dumbass put the screws on here too tight? Great. if this will work. Why today have to be the day? Why did it today have to be the day? Stick around. Shitty ass screws. Oh my gosh, why does it have to be difficult today? Seriously. Alright, let's see if this will work. There we go. We just need the right freaking screw driver, the right bit. Alright, so this computer has 3 M.2 slots, which is nice. But today we're only putting 2. I wonder if it matters what port I put it in. I assume it's probably gonna be top to bottom. That is in. Oh no, this one's an SSD or an SSD. I thought this was an M.2. Okay. Yeah, I thought, actually, no, I was going to get him an M.2, but I was like, no, an SSD would be fine. Because he has all his programs he's going to be using for editing. Alright, so we got the one M.2 there. Let's just put this back on. Pressures fly down, that's good. Go ahead and put the CPU in. This is always the most nerve-wracking part, in my opinion. We'll be installing a i7 12700K. So this one has 12 cores and up to 5.1 gigahertz clock speed. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I told my cousin I had this finished today. Shouldn't take too long. Get this done. As long as we don't run into any more problems. Okay, yeah, you got the triangle there and the triangle there. I always make sure. Like, I don't always doubt myself. I always second guess everything, but I always want to make sure that when you put it in, you put it in right the first time. You don't want to screw up and then push those pins down and screw up. Plus, when you're building someone else's PC, it's someone else's money. They're the ones who has to, you know, deal with it. CPU is locked in place, and I think put in the CPU thing. Damn, this thing's a big boy. The Phantom Spirit 120 SE by Thermal, right? Here's all the brackets too. They got AMD and Intel. I hope they separated these. Probably the one of the more annoying things I hate putting together is these fans. Let's see. Yep, this is the Intel. Well, LGA 170. We have LGA 150X and 12. This one right here. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. And we have all our parts too. So AMD, and this one's 170 for the 1700. Oh, we even have thermal paste. Nice. I don't know, just thermal paste better than what I have. I have Arctic Silver 5. I might just put this on instead. Hey, funny Reddit post I saw. This guy had a syringe, basically very similar to something like this, and the cleaning lady came in and saw this on top of his desk. Mind you, the guy works for a business and he is in the IT department, and he had this on there on his desk. And the cleaning lady reported it and thought it was drugs, that he was injecting, like, I don't know, heroin or something. And reported to the police, called the police. Police came in, they saw drugs, they thought they saw drugs, and they looked at it and they go, this is thermal paste. So I just thought that was very funny. How do you not know that's thermal paste? It's a syringe, yeah. It's not like a needle syringe, which people can't notice the difference. But you know, at least the lady had the right thought, you know, to report it. Maybe that's part of her job or something. You know, maybe it's part of the, you know, things that she has to do. What are we gonna do? We're gonna put this in first. inside, this thing's gonna be pretty big. How are we putting this on? Like this? Like this? Alright, it's gonna have to go like this. This thing's huge. Look how big that is. Where's my phone? Look, this is my phone. This is the Galaxy S23 Ultra. Just a comparison. Okay, my cousin didn't want to go for a CPU cooler. It just would have been more money to spend. I mean, it would have been a lot easier, but he's not gaming. He's just going to be recording, using this PC for recording and creating 4K content or 2K content. Because we also have a 4K 60 Pro Elgato streaming capture card. That's basically all he really needs for that. But he's gonna be editing on here, so, and he doesn't want to have to buy like a new PC, like you know, within a few years. He wants this thing to be able to, this PC to last him at least 8 to 10 years, which is pretty relevant. But I feel like most PCs won't last too long because of the operating system and the requirements. Like basically, you know, like Windows 10 is pretty much out the door, and you can't even put Windows 11 on an older PC because now it requires, you know, certain CPUs. You can't bypass that stuff anymore. It used to be during the summer, but then they have hot mix. So. Yep, that's why I upgraded. My last PC lasted me like 8 years, and I still have it. I mean, it's a good, it was an i7 7700K. It was like the top of the line CPU at the time, and that was over 8 years ago. And I had paired that with the GT6 Nvidia or Gigabyte 1060, and I gained all kinds of games like DayZ, PUBG, Warzone kind of, but I only got like 40 to 50 FPS, and it sucked while streaming on the same PC and gaming. Alright, I don't want to put the RAM in yet. Let me look. I think we might have a problem. No, I don't think we'll have a problem. I think we'll be fine. I think I do need to put the RAM in first. Because the CPU cooler is going to sit right on top of the RAM. And these RAM sticks have little heat sinks on them to keep it nice and cool. Now, where can I get this stick? DDR5 is the way to go. Obviously, if you want to build a cheaper PC, you know, you still go DDR4. Not a big problem. Should be slot. Wow, these things are actually really sleek and nice. I like these. It's matte, it's really nice. Okay, and then the coolers just sit right on top, just like that. And we have enough clearance. Yeah, we have enough clearance under there, so that'll fit perfect. As I take all these little stickers too and put everything to the side. Good. Alright, we have 4 of these metal wires. This is what hooks onto the fans. And I gotta figure out the direction of airflow. So PC case, mind you, motherboard is gonna be going this way. Airflow is gonna be going this way. So we want basically want airflow. So you have the fan here facing, and when you spin these, you should have airflow this way. Sometimes these fans have directions where the air is supposed to go, but normally you could just spin them and know if you feel the air being pushed on you or if it's being pulled away. So obviously if I spin it this way, air is actually going up in that direction. Actually there's some like dust fibers here that are being pulled and the air is going up. So if I spin that backwards, obviously the air will go this way, but you know, the fan's turning, so it's definitely going up. So we're gonna put the fan on this direction, like this. And then let's see, our other fan obviously goes like this too. So the air pulls through here, and it's gonna pull through these ridges, these little slates. Basically, it's like basically like a radiator, right? You have heat that dissipates, it goes all the way up, and then you know, the air pushes it out and then pushes it outside the case. And we just have to get basically each fan attached. So you have these little hooks. You put these in. You should have something like this, and then this basically hooks onto the PC or to the PC. So they should go like this. They clip in like this. It's not too hard. It looks intimidating, but it definitely is not that hard. So you got these little hooks, they go up and down like this, and then they just clip right in here like this. But when you do this, you want to make sure that you've oriented your fans in the right direction for the wiring. So basically, I want them to be like this because I want the wire to be up here. I don't want the wire to be down here, I want the wire to be up here because I'm going to tuck this behind the motherboard, so when it's sitting up like this, when it's in place and sitting, the wire is going to be here, and it's going to go through the motherboard or out toward the back of the motherboard and out the case. Because we do have a connector here. Plug this in. So this will go here, plug these in, and then this one fan, this one connector actually will go into the CPU fan port. Okay, so just like that easy. We have just one in so far. Sweet. And it is in the right direction. then we're just gonna flip this one on its side and orient it the right way and do the same thing. Okay. Maybe I should move these down. Actually, maybe, should I move these down a little bit? I'm gonna flush it with the top here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but flush it with the top. See how this one there's a gap right there. It's like sticking out more than this one here is. So I'm gonna do the same thing, flip this over and flush it. Man, you'd be surprised how many PC gaming, like custom built services charge just for the labor. It is ridiculous. Why would you spend that much money when you can build your own? There's so many tutorials out there and so many community forums that you could literally go online and learn how to build a PC. And your best tool is PC Part Picker. This is how I use PC Part Picker to build all my PCs and make sure everything's compatible. The only thing that you might not find is height adjustment. You know, for like CPU coolers on certain cases, you just have to make sure that you look at the dimensions and the measurements, and you make sure everything fits. Normally, if you have a big enough case that supports, you know, like a 240 radiator or whatever, you know, whether like the next one's like 340 or something like that, like the bigger size like radiators, you know, you should be fine. But a lot of times you want to make sure that you have enough height here that it goes over the RAM, it doesn't like push into the RAM, because then you can't actually, you know, because you can't put these RAM sticks in the slot that you want. You have to put them in a certain order, certain channels. So like 1 and 3, and then for the secondary, if you want more RAM, you can put it in 2 and 4. You can't just put them wherever you feel like it. That's how the motherboard, it's set up to design where it's going to read channel 1 first, and then 3. And then it looks for more RAM if it has it in 3 and 4. And I'm sure you probably could redesign it that. You could probably, in the firmware, the BIOS, you probably could reprogram it that way, but, you know, obviously that's the manufacturer that controls all that. So, the next thing is that we need to mount this. And then we have tape for the back. So now we need to pull this out. This should just drop in like that. So there's tape on these, which is nice. Peel this off, and this will hold it in place. And then our CPU cooler. now that the brackets are in place, so these brackets here, right, go into here like this, and you twist those down, and it basically will squish and compact the heat sink to the CPU. But before we even do that, after we put the brackets on, we got to put thermal paste on. But man, if you don't put that thermal paste on the heat sink before you put it onto the CPU, all that heat is gonna basically almost solder the CPU to the heat sink. Yeah, so you got a capacitor here. You gotta make sure that you're using these stoppers. You put these stoppers down. For the spacers, I mean. Okay. Put these down here. And then we put the brackets on top. So and then basically you get a screwdriver here. So before I even tighten these, I'm gonna make sure that everything is basically aligned properly. Yo, what's up, dude? Sorry I didn't see you there, I just realized. I know it's been a few minutes. Is that the Perleus Assassin? No, it's not the Perleus Assassin. This is Aurorus, what is this? The Aurorus Z790 Elite AX motherboard. Know how, like, if these need to be pushed in. Yeah, see, because these things are crooked. You don't want to put on your heatsink crooked. It's not like it's gonna like matter too much. But the problem is that if it's not straight, like coming out this way, and you have it tilted, that means the airflow is going to bend and not push out of the case. So you want it to go all the way back toward the case where your other fan's at in the back. So all that air is connecting and pushing out. So you got to make sure that you're putting these on, that everything is pretty much aligned and straight. Let me look at the guy. I want to make sure I put this on. So basically it has that these little bumps here are inside where the CPU's at. They're not facing outward. And we can see that on diagram. So yeah, I'm doing it right. I swear, all these CPU fans are different. They're never the same. They don't have the same setup. Some of these are better than others. Some of them just suck in general. So this one's pretty good. This one's yeah, this one's good. Maybe push that back a little bit. Because the other issue is if these are not aligned properly, then the spacing between the two bolts here that you screw these on and it compresses, they're not going to align properly, and they're not going to go. It's not going to go on. So I'm going to have to readjust these screws. So I'm trying to get this done right the first time, so that way when we put this on, it's perfect. But this one doesn't seem to be like popping into place. Oh, maybe that's it. And just to make sure it works, before I put it on the thermal paste, I just want to... Yeah. Let's see. Do these tighten down? If I put that in there, I know this one, I can hear this one clips. Like that's on. The question is, does this one do it? And I don't think it is. Wow, that's... This CPU is sitting right on... Wait, is this another... Hold on, wait a second. I just realized something too. This motherboard, I forgot. I completely order this thing. Like I put this thing together like months ago, and my cousin came with the parts like this week. I just realized that this is the main. Oh crap! What did I click on? Did I click on an ad? I think I clicked on. This is the main CPU. This is the main M.2. And that the rest are spare. This is the primary one right here. Oh, it's top and bottom. So let me pull this out. Yeah, if my cousin the way he talked about building this PC for like gaming content and other stuff, he has like some ideas in mind. He wants to start putting content up and stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, you're gonna need a lot of space. You're gonna need a PC that can haul all your data. So I'm like, definitely you want to get M.2 drives and like SSDs for like when you're editing and storing files. I'm like, and then we want to archive all your data, and you don't want to lose anything. You might have it on YouTube and stuff. But I'm like, you're gonna want to put it away somewhere, and I'm like, you're gonna want to get like NAS drives, basically. You have the same cooler. You didn't have this much issue? What's up, Real Ramble? Yeah, I don't know why, but it's this bracket right here that's giving me the issue. This bracket. I don't know if it's these spacers that are causing the issue. Or like... maybe I need to flip it or something. But the cooler is like super big. It's the it's called a Phantom Spirit 120 SE. That's what we're putting on here today. It has a lot of good reviews, keeps the CPU nice and cold. My cousin's not using this. Is my cousin's PC. He's not using this for like direct gaming. He's going to be basically using this machine to capture basically 4K game footage from his PS5 Pro, and then he's gonna, you know, take that data, you know, edit, and then put it up on YouTube for like content. So that's what he's gonna end up doing. It works on your Ryzen 7. Maybe the Ryzen 7 has like, I don't know, maybe like the bolding's different or something, but yeah, I don't know. Or maybe when they were, I don't know, making these, maybe there's some issues with how they made it. Maybe the brackets are a little bit different off. I don't know. I mean, I'll get it on. I mean, you can make it work, so. I just have to move this M.2 because I did not realize that there's an M.2 up here, and the rest of these are just extra storage spaces. So I'm gonna put back. I'm gonna put back the cover for the M.2 for the thermal paste and leave that there. So if in the future, if my cousin ever wants to upgrade his machine, he's like, I need more storage, I need faster storage. Then he can, I'm like, dude, you got 3 M.2 slots here, you know, especially because he says he might get into gaming, so he might end up using this PC for gaming too, because he says there's been a lot of, because he's a PlayStation fan. He's always been, him and my cousins, him and his brother, like we've always been like PlayStation fans, like from the get-go. I mean, we've had like Super Nintendos, SNES, or regular Nintendos, Pac-Man machines, like we've had all kinds of gaming stuff, but like, when it came down to it, like when Xbox came out, like it, you know, after PlayStation, like we've always had PlayStations in the house. Like we've had an Xbox, but like preferably it's always been Sony. So, like that's all he has. He does not have an Xbox, but there's been a lot of games that he likes that he would like to enjoy those on PC. So he might end up actually recording and gaming. I don't know if he might stream too, but like this machine should definitely be able to handle it. Because we're going to pair this up. Basically in here we have a i7 7700K, and then we're going to pair that up with a RTX 4060. Actually, I should probably hold it this way so it's upside down. So yeah, 4060 is what we have. And we'll just go ahead and just rip that. Use this one. I swear I lost a lot of my bits for my toolkit. I gotta buy a new one. I need to go to like iFixit. What's the specs on this one? Let me do this. Give me a second here. I probably should have done this in the beginning, but didn't think of this, right? Hold on, I'm gonna get the specs in a minute here. Where is... Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, here's the list. Here's the list right here. So this... Can I export just the list? I guess I can just do this. Why did it double everything? Copy. So we have an Intel Core i7 i2700K, which stocks at like 3.6 gigahertz. It's a 12-core processor. Maxes out at 5.0 gigahertz. And then we have the Thermal Phantom Spirit 120 SE. And then we have the Gigabyte Z7090, Aorus Elite AX ATX LGA 1700 motherboard. And then we're going to pair that off with G-Skill Ripjaw S5, 32 gigabytes of RAM. And this is a DDR5 PC build. And then for storage, we're using the M.2 990 Pro, which I think there's a firmware update for that one, because if you don't update the firmware, those, I guess the solid state drives can go bad and you can lose all your memory or all your data basically, which really sucks. Again, we're using the Gigabyte Gaming OC GeForce RTX 4060 to 8GB graphics card. Power supply is a EVGA Supernova 7050 GT. That's an 80 plus gold certificate, gold certified. It's a full modular ATX power supply unit. And then the case is a Playtex Ethos Pro 2 ATX full case too. Can I do an outline? Yeah, I can do an outline. Outline should be black. Hold on, let me minimize this or change the size. It's like way too big. What maybe go with the CPU? To be honest, it was cheaper. It was just part of the cost. My cousin really didn't have a preference whether if it was like oh no, so earlier when I said i7, I was talking about the i7700K. I was talking about my old gaming PC. My old gaming PC I had 8 years ago that I built when I started streaming. I ran an i7 700K, and that lasts me 8 years. Yeah, so you know, for my cousin, I basically told him, like, look, you know, I could build you a good PC, but it really depends on, like, your budget. So, like, first he thought, he was like, hey, can I spend, like, $800 on a good PC? I was like, half the cost in your PC build is going to be your CPU, or your GPU. I was like, especially if you're going to end up getting, like, an RTX, like 3080 or something. Or even if you're going to get, like a 480. I was like, that's like half the cost right there. But he was like, I don't want to spend that much. He was like, so we basically went somewhere in the middle, and the 4060 was like $300. That was already, you know, over like 50% of his budget. So I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have to spend a little bit more money just to, you know, build this PC. I think we ended up spending like, I think $1,200 in total for everything, because he's never had a PC before. He's had laptops, and he's tried to, like, do streaming content on there and just wasn't working for him. So he was like, I need to get a good, like, PC build. And I'm like, yeah, you definitely gotta get a, you know, a good gaming PC. Alright, that looks pretty good on stream. Alright, I put the specs up on there. You should be able to read those pretty good. Actually, I'm gonna keep this one. So that way, when I'm looking up the screen, I can see if someone's chatting. Okay, so we're gonna put this back on. I'm hoping this build takes no more than 2 hours, to be honest. Kind of want to get the gaming. I have other things I got to do too today. It's like, it's been a busy week, man. It's like, I feel like I never had time for anything. I feel like the days are shorter. What the hell? Why isn't this going through? Have any of you guys, like, built a PC before? And you just, like, go to Best, like, you go to Best Buy and just say, F it, you know, I'll just buy a pre-built from Best Buy. I mean, personally, like, it's not a bad thing to go buy a pre-built from Best Buy, but like, I feel like you just end up spending more money on a pre-built, especially because they use cheap motherboards, cheap power supply units, like RAM you've probably never heard of. Like, I mean, I guess if they get the job done, it's cool. You know, they do what they're supposed to do. We got that on, so I need to go back and figure out why this is not sitting properly. Black Friday, hell yeah, get a good deal. You know, I feel like people who brag about how much money they spend on their PC, like, don't realize that a PC build, you should be building with the idea that, you know, you're budgeting everything. You're trying to get the parts at the cheapest, at the cheapest or the lowest price as possible. So, like, you're just like, there's so many tools that you can use online, like extensions you can watch for, like, price drops, and then that's when you should actually buy it. Now, that's good and all, but you should probably be doing it within like a time frame that you kind of buy everything all at the same time. Because here's what happens. Like, here's what I did. I bought my PC parts over the past 6 months. Like, I've been saving, I've been buying, like, you could buy, like, the case. The case is nothing, right? The case is not anything that's gonna cause your computer not to work. But when you're buying things like water coolers and like CPU, RAMs, all that stuff, if you got those parts and something happened to those parts and they don't work, you're probably over the return policy date, right? 30 days or whatever, depending on where you bought it. If you bought it all on Amazon, you're kind of SOL on those things because it's going to be really hard to return them. You know, and you might have a manufacturer warranty, but you know, who's to say if that they may even honor that stuff? Like, a gigabit's really good. I love using gigabit. I use gigabits in all my builds because if there's any issues with the motherboard and they find it to be a defect on their end, they will just say, okay, we'll RMA in it, we'll go ahead and return it, and we'll get you a new motherboard, or they'll repair the motherboard and guarantee their work, and then you're pretty much set on that. So that's why I always use gigabit for all my builds. I don't use anything else. Not to say that like any of the other brands are bad or anything. It's just my experience and with their warranties are pretty good. So I would just prefer using these instead. They come with a lot of like, just they're more packed with like with more of the modern essential things that you need, like into dot slots, and just I don't know. Overall, I just like the aesthetics too of their motherboards. But you know, when you're building a custom build, dude, you go for whatever theme you want. So make sure that's like in place. It should be like, see, this is weird. Why is this like this? See, this thing's not fitting properly, which is weird. Like, I wonder if it needs to be pushed down a little bit. Yeah, I don't do like PC builds often, but like when like friends and family come to me and they want something more custom and they don't know what they're doing, like I'm more than welcome to like build them a custom PC. Like, I do it for free. I don't charge them. I just do it for fun. I think so far I've built like maybe 9 or 10 builds. I think this is the 11th. And, you know, I've always been into, like, IT, like, just computers in general and stuff, but I never built my own PC. I've always had a laptop, and I was always in that mindset where I'm like, I'll always game on a PC, or on a laptop. I'll never game on a desktop computer. Like, I never thought I would ever want a PC setup. So, like, I have a 3-monitor setup, Logitech keyboard, mechanical, gaming mouse, like... I got a big tower underneath. It's all glass. It's nice. It's really cool. I'll have to do like a video or something of how that PC is built. That one is gonna be. I don't think I'll ever change the case because I really like it, but I'll probably end up upgrading obviously the motherboard, the RAM, and all that stuff in the future. Because right now my PC that I'm streaming on here has a 3080. And that's paired with an i9, 1900K, I think? It's like the latest CPU before the new one that came out. So, and it has a water cooler as well. So I'll probably upgrading to like a RTX like 5080 once those come out. Okay, I think this is gonna be good. This should be good. Oh, you know what? I'm such an idiot. This is why I'm having problems. I'm such a dumbass. Oh my gosh, I'm so fucking stupid. I'm not paying attention. Yeah, I can't put the heatsink like this because obviously this is the way the motherboard's going to go in. So it needs to go like this. This makes more sense. I think we're going to be good. Let's go ahead and test it. We got to make sure we put this on low too, because I got the fans here, so airflow is pushing, sucking in, and obviously pulling out to the bag. Wait a minute. There's no way. Oh my gosh, is this thing way too big? This will fit perfect this way. So maybe I have the fans wrong the other way. Shit. I'm gonna have to rotate the fans. Yeah. I know what I gotta do. This heatsink is so big. My cousin didn't want to go for a water cooler, so we went for a heatsink instead. So what we'll have to do is rotate it this way so it fits, or this way so it fits. Right? But I'd have to take the fans off and move these. Yeah, this thing is way too huge because it's sitting right on top of this, which is the issue. Oh, yeah, so we can have it like this, and then this should fit. This should fit perfect. This will sit right on top of it, like right, not on top, but it'll sit right over the. Oh no, this thing is sitting right on top of the RAM. Oh gosh, this thing is sitting right on top of the RAM. This thing's big. We might have to end up getting another heatsink. Good thing I keep all the plastic parts. I'm gonna have to return this one. This one's too big. Let's see. I'm gonna do it this way and see what happens. If we can make contact with the stick. That's the only thing about building PCs is making sure all the dimensions work. I mean, when I checked this, it said it fit. I mean, yeah, it said it would fit. Anything else I'm missing? No. Let me take off the fans. Yeah, that will fit. I think what I need to do is adjust the fans. The fans are sitting too low. They're flushed on top of this. So I'm just gonna have to raise the fans up so this should fit. That's all I have to do. So I need to take these out. I need to take these apart again. Yeah, you had to raise your fans too? Yeah, that's what I had to do. That's what that's what I need to do is raise the fans. You know, this would have been so easy if it was just a bracket, like a square bracket that fits on here. I don't know why they did these two brackets. I'm guessing maybe in case you want the airflow to go up this way. Yeah, once I put this on, I will adjust it accordingly to the correct height that it needs, based on the spacing here, because it's literally sitting right on top, and then it's barely touching this, and it's barely touching this. And one thing I would love to do though is like be able to just do this full-time streaming, building PCs and then get them going. I mean, like, dude, I've seen people make so much money from streaming and like gaming in general, but like as much money as you make, I feel like you should be giving a little bit back, especially to like your community, you know, because people like, you know, they want to enjoy gaming, you know, but parts are expensive. Sometimes the resources are not there. I probably would do like one of these a month. So then basically this right here, we have enough clearance once this sits. It's the fans that will give us the issues. It's not... Don't want Okay, so that's in. I'm gonna make sure this is going in too. Okay. It's good. It's on. It's on there. And then the fans. Yeah, I had them like too far down, which is the issue. So we just gotta raise them up just a little bit. I think I have the wrong one on. Alright, so we put this on here. So I'm guessing... Make sure we put enough clearance, and then like right there, I guess. So yeah, basically I have these the fan holes right here, and there's about, like you said, like an inch gap. So like you could see like right here the hole. It's basically just right above the where the heat sink sits. Take this off right now, and then get this thermal pasting set. I had a friend try to build his own PC, and I was like, hey, like, let me know if you need any help, or like if you have it. He's like, oh, I'll figure it out. I was like, I'll watch YouTube, whatever. I was like, okay. He came back to me and he was like, hey, something's wrong with my CPU. Like, you know, my computer's not working. I was like, okay, let's see what's going on. I was like, you know, follow me through the steps. Like, what did you do? Oh, he's like, oh, I did everything and blah, blah. And like, he brings me all this stuff, and I see the thermal paste, and the thermal paste is still in the bag. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, how much thermal paste did you put on there? And he was like, thermal paste? I was like, yeah. I was like, did you buy another one? Because I'm like, your thermal paste is sitting, like, it's still sitting, like, sealed in the plastic bag. And he was like, is that what that is? So basically heat up, and it kept overheating, this thing got stuck, so we had to, like, pry it was bad. I mean, the CPU was fine, but we put thermal paste on there and then put it all back together, and like it worked. You know, I don't know longevity if it's gonna last as long as it should, but you know, you make mistakes, you just gotta make sure you know, next time you build another PC, you just follow through. Now, nobody says that there's a wrong or right way to do it. I personally put enough on there and I spread it, just like I spread Democracy and Helldivers 2. But I like to just kind of dunk it on there, and then I'll take a card and then smear the whole CPU and make sure that the CPU is fully covered. Obviously, because this heat sink is what's making full contact, right, on there. So I want to make sure that this whole, heat sink has enough thermal paste. Probably use this. It probably would have been easier instead of the CPU. Probably put it on the heat sink. But it's all good. Heat sink, or this thermal paste, is kind of nasty, to be honest. It doesn't go on smooth. Like, it has a more thick texture. It's almost like clay. Look at that. It's almost like a putty. I can't put this thermal paste on. I gotta clean this off. This thermal paste is trash. Okay, note to self. Do not use the thermal paste that you get with this heatsink, because this is absolute fucking trash. This shit is like dried out and old. So I'm gonna using my Arctic Silver 5 thermal paste. Yeah, it's bad, dude. It's like, it doesn't go on liquidly. Like, okay, this stuff, the texture that I'm putting on here, it's gooey. It's almost like you could see the moisture in it. Like, this goes on like like how it should. It's liquidy. The other stuff, when it came out, it was more like clay. Like, this is good stuff right here. Yeah, I don't know what was up with this thermal paste. Like, when you I mean, there's not even any, look at that. Okay, look, there's thermal paste left in here, obviously. When I'm pushing it out, I guess there's none left, but it's like, it's very, like, it feels like Play-Doh almost. Like, it does not go on smooth. It's not very, it has no flexibility to it. I mean, this stuff definitely will have flexibility once I start pasting it across. Yeah, see, that goes nice and smooth. Yeah, the last thing I want to do is put this heatsink on the CPU, and my cousin's CPU, like, his PC just keeps overheating constantly. And then he's calling me like, hey, it's not working. Like, every time I try to, stream or play games or record, like, it just keeps shutting off on me. Yeah, definitely this Thermalright crap that came with it, yeah, it's definitely dry. Maybe it's good thermal paste. Maybe, these CPU fans, these heat sinks have been sitting for a long time somewhere in a warehouse, and maybe it went expired. And you got to buy more thermal paste. But that's why I always buy my own. And I always just end up using that instead of something else, instead of what comes in the box. Unless it is good thermal paste that comes with it. Like, I've bought some heat sinks that did come with the Arctic thermal paste, and it worked perfect. So, yeah, you can see the shine in that, and then the thermal paste for here, it's very flat. Like, you can't, like, you could tell it's dry. This is nice. And then basically now we have a nice layer of thermal paste that's on, and it covers that whole heatsink. Some people say, oh, you need a couple dots, or you just do like an X or something like that. Like, to me, that doesn't make sense, because you want the whole CPU or the whole heatsink completely covered. And you want to make sure it's applied evenly across. So yeah, nice. It's spread nice and even on there. It's really good. So now we'll go ahead and put this on. It might get a little messy as we put it on, but that's okay. Make sure we get this one on first. And then we'll put the other one on. Make sure there's a lot of compression on this, but not too tight. We don't want to start bending the metal. So we would just want enough where it's even pressure on both sides. And normally you can kind of start feeling it too. You want to torque this all the way down. You can kind of feel it, because as you turn in it, you can realize that, like, hey, there's no more. Obviously, I can force it, but I don't want to break it, right? So just enough even pressure on both sides. This looks good, nice and perfect. We got this parallel, right? So when we put these fans on, the fans are going to be blowing. We want it crooked, right? Because you don't want the air going that way. And not towards the back of the PC, because then it ends up in a part of the PC where it doesn't have enough holes, you know, for all that air to flow out. And that's not good. Good stuff. Arctic Silver 5. Stuff goes on like, I don't know. It goes on like pudding. Like it goes on nice and smooth. So now we're gonna add these fans. This one. Actually, is that this one I had? Alright, he's going in now. Right? Like they clip in like this. Why is this one giving me such a hard time? It's like I had it right the first time. They were going in pretty easy, and like now it's like. Yo, what's up, Z guy? Yeah, I did. Why all of a sudden now? Okay, so this one's getting unloaded. What is up? What is up with this one? Can't find you anywhere. Tell me where you were. Is it because I have it tilted the wrong way? Full stream? Thanks, man. Appreciate it, dude. Put it through the other holes? Yeah, I did that. That's the thing. I don't understand. I just had this. We should be going this way. I think the clip's backwards? I thought I had him in right the first time. So you're supposed to go... like this. Yeah, they're supposed to go in here like this. I think because the way I flipped it around and reoriented, I think I have to flip these. I built like 10 PCs before. Shouldn't be that hard. Oh my gosh. I had these on earlier. Perfect the way they were. Do I have him in the wrong holes?
With advanced extraterrestrial intelligence from the beginning of our human history.
Oh, did I think I put him in the wrong ones. I think you're right. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I know you said the other holes. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, what are you talking about? I was putting him in here rather than here like this. Like, what the hell? Okay, now we have enough clearance on the RAM, so that's good. Actually, let me see if I can raise this up a little bit. Oh my gosh, just building 10 PCs and like I screwed this one up. Okay, now we're good to go. I got the orientation set up right. Damn. I was hoping like this would only take like an hour, but I didn't run into issues with this PC build. It's always the CPU cooler that ends up giving me issues. Alright, just make sure that's in place. So that's good. I want to make sure it's not sitting like on the back of this part here too. Obviously sometimes they sit, and when the fans spin, you know, obviously when they spin, you know, they create vibration, so we want to stay away from that. And then we have the adapter here. It'll, you know, connect these two fans in, and then we can plug this into the CPU fan. So that way, obviously, you know, all the monitoring and stuff like that can be done correctly. Because, you know, if nothing's plugged in for the CPU fans, then it's going to think like there's no CPU fans. And obviously all your controls and stuff like that, if you want to increase the speed fans and all that, you know, you want to be able to do that through the right, you know, controls, whatever UI program you're using to do that. So that's good. This is all set up and ready. Now we can just throw this inside the CPU case. But now I got to clean my desk. And then we still got to add this 2 GB SSD. This is where my cousin will probably be working out, you know, using his programs. I think he's using like Adobe or something to edit. But yeah, he'll be able to edit all his programs on the solid state drive. So we're gonna go ahead and take this and put this on the other side of the desk. Dude, I told him to buy like an ATX like case. I told him like a mid tower, and he's like, no, I'll go bigger. Oh man, this thing's huge. I think it's just like as big as my case. Holy crap, this thing. He got a full ATX. I told him he didn't need a full ATX. I told him, like, you don't need a full ATX unless you're gonna get like a 490. And he ended up getting this case on sale too, which was pretty nice. I think it was like under $100. He's like, he wanted to build a stealth PC where it had like no windows, none of that stuff. And I guess the pictures showed us that there was no case. And I don't know if it was for like a different version of this CPU, the same CPU, or I'm sorry, the same case, but it has a window, and he does not want a window. So I told him, like, just go to Amazon and like buy some black vinyl, gloss vinyl to go on top of this. I was like, then you don't have to worry about anybody seeing the inside. It'll look nice because it's a, you know, it's a gloss cover. Okay, this is intro. Okay, this is the side of it. Nice case. There's a lot of stuff. Should have probably took this out earlier. I don't even know if you guys can even see that. But yeah. These are always good to keep, you know, when you get stuff like this, because you can always cut these, and if you need them for, like, you know, when you're doing cable management and you don't have enough straps or whatever, at least you have something to use that's very thin but strong, and it's black, so it hides in the case. Unless you're doing like a white PC build, and obviously that's completely different. This is nice. Came with a bunch of straps too. So, oh, this is really nice. Look at this. You put all the screws that you need inside here, but looks like some of these are popped out. Some of these are in the wrong. That's nice. Everything's in a box. Very, very neat. And then we have I don't know what this is. Is this for a side mount? I'm wondering if it's for a side mount. Hold on, I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. Interesting. So we got M.2 slot right here. Can't really tell. Yeah. The white balance on this thing is horrible. Let me see if there's anything I can apply in there. Oh wow, that's super dark. You can't see anything. Shutter speed? Auto? Guess that's a little bit better. Yeah, it's set to auto. Okay. Anyways, yeah, we gotta get everything in the board now. Or we gotta get the motherboard inside of Actually, this thing has some good storage in it. I didn't realize this was the one that my cousin picked that has all these bays inside here. All inside here is all storage. And I told him, I was like, you know, you kind of think about the future, like if you want to back up a lot of your data, you know, you want stuff like this. Like it has all these storage bays, which is awesome for him. So, you know, if he ends up getting some like hard drives, like some terabyte drives, his data doesn't go up, but he's gonna have streaming on like, you know, 4K, and you know, you're doing 4K stuff, so that you're doing long sessions, hours or 2 or 3 hours or whatever. I mean, data's gonna fill up, so you can just buy those storages or those hard drives that you need, and just plug them in, and then plug them into the motherboard. But I'll probably just end up wiring everything and have it preset and ready. So in the future, if he ever buys additional hard drives, all he has to do is pop them in one by one. And then I'll just like label them too, and just make sure, you know, which ones he's using as it goes. But this drive, you probably can just throw right on there, or you can probably just pop it inside here. And I think these drives come in the back, so I gotta pull off the panel on the back just to be able to do that. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Put this in very carefully. You don't want to break it. Nice and snug. My cousin had this idea. He wanted to build a PC in an old like 90s CPU case, and I said that's great. I said, but the problem is sometimes you have to mod those. You have to cut parts off to get the motherboard to fit. And I said sometimes the CPU fans don't fit because they never expected to have such a huge heatsink. Because obviously CPUs back then didn't get as hot as they do now. So I'm like, we could definitely do it, but it would be a project. Definitely would be a project. Just looking at a little more. I gotta get a new camera. Like, I don't do this often, but if I do this more often, I'm gonna get a better one. I was thinking about getting like an Elgato streaming camera. Those are pretty cool. They're like 4K and everything. Okay, that looks good. That fits in nice and snug. The question is, what screws are we using for the motherboard? Motherboard screws, 23 of them. Alright, it's these round ones. I'll go in there. It'll be easy. The one thing, so you gotta make sure you use the right screws because you don't want to strip these parts. The whole mounts in here, you use the wrong ones, and then you're stuck where they twisted space, and then you can't get the motherboard out. You're gonna have to adjust it, kind of SOL, which is not good. I don't want to do that. Definitely a bad thing. Like this PC has a lot of space. You have space here for a thermal, or for water cooling. So you could put a water cooler up here. You could put more fans. You know, I told them like if your PC is overheating, even after using this heatsink, I'm like we can always put you know, a water cooler in here. It'll definitely have more than enough space to drop that in. I need a magnet. I'll be right back. There you go. Just rub a magnet on your screwdriver at the tip and then just makes it magnetic. But not too tight, because you don't ever want to strip anything. It's not like this thing is a mechanical part that's constantly moving like an engine, so we don't really have to torque anything now. Just tight enough where your hands can't really tighten the screws in. It's important to make sure that all the screws are in. We want to make sure we have equal pressure around the motherboard. You know, definitely don't tie them too tight, because like I said, you want to strip these, you know, the holes underneath that holds into the motherboard, or into the case, don't get stripped. So, okay. So we got our fans. Airflow is going to come back through here, go through here, and then out the other way. So, and then in the back of this fan here, which is good. plug that in. Next, we're gonna have the power supply. I mean, I can put the GPU in, but I'm gonna wait. Get the power supply in. Next, we have EVGA 750 GT, the 80 volt plus power supply unit, so 750 watts. You know what? The stream was probably down temporarily because of the song. Let me see what's going on. It's still up. It might have went down for a second. YouTube sucks. Let me tell you something. When you're streaming on YouTube, I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, okay? Twitch doesn't really give a shit what kind of music you stream. It won't take you down. Oh, thanks, Ramble Man. Thanks for the fucking follow, dude. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. So, like, Twitch won't give you like a strike on your VOD or on your stream until the stream is over and it's a VOD. Then it basically will mute the audio of that section in the stream, right? Because they have to make sure that, you know, if it's copyrighted, they can't. YouTube, on the other hand, if it hears any copyrighted audio, it will cut the stream out completely and continue it until the music until whatever copyright claim is showing up, it will go away. So preferably, I like streaming on Twitch because of that. I don't mind about the VOD being muted. But YouTube, on the other hand, you got to make sure that there is nothing copyrighted whatsoever. Even stuff that it can accidentally cut the stream out, and it happens. So that's why I try to keep the audio pretty low. Maybe I can lower it a little bit lower so it doesn't happen. But yeah, man, it just happens, dude. It just sucks. That's just what you have to deal with when you stream it on YouTube. I mean, if you're just streaming games or whatever, or just talking, fine. But if you have any audio that's copyright, you know, you're definitely gonna get those copy strikes. Dude, if this was COVID time right now, it would suck to build a PC, because I remember back then those prices were so expensive. Like, I built a PC, like a small, compact, like, desk-sized PC, like a custom one, and it cost me like $400 to build one. I got the GPU on eBay used, and then like right after, like a month later, all the parts started going up in price, and like, so what my $400 PC that I built was probably going to cost me almost $1,000. Eco mode? Does anybody use eco mode? Like, if you're a gamer, do you use that? Like, if I'm doing office stuff, like, maybe? Because, like, I work from home full time. So, like, I have a setup where it only uses as much as I need, right? Of power, like CPU and all that stuff. Like, I never have it basically where I'm using full power. I don't need it. working. I'm not gaming. I gotta enter this from the back. I gotta go in the back to get this. So, okay, so this is really good. This is solid. And then we have all our cables too. So all these cables I'm gonna be setting up and installing on here. Especially like all the card readers or the hard drives, you know, the cables for the hard drives. Like, those are all gonna be in there and ready. Good, man. This PC, this case is huge, man. It's a big boy. This is why you make sure that all your screws are on the motherboard. Well, look at that. All the cables are here. I think this is for the fans. To motherboard CPU fan. We got all our parameters. We have our audio, right? HD audio. We have USB, and then all the connectors for the power HD lights and all that stuff. That's always good. A lot of this stuff is going to be coming down here. But wait a minute. Let me put this thing in. Does this thing... Oh man, does this come off or what? Do I have to put it like underneath? Oh, what? Does the shield come off here? Oh, it's right here. There's like little screws right here. This will go ahead and drop the shield for the power supply unit that hides it out of place. They should have. Is there more? Oh, there's one more right here. Okay, there's no more pop this thing out now. Yep. Wait, don't tell me. Is there something underneath that holds this too? Oh, nice. This thing has a tray in the front instead of in the back. Well, actually, there is one in the back, too. You know, I'm surprised they don't make this one long filter tray so you can pull it from the front, because, like, mine is in the back. So I have to move my PC, disconnect it, just to be able to clean this filter out so that the airflow can go through right. Because I have fans underneath, and I have this, you know, the power supply fan. Okay, there's like rubber screws that hold this in place. We don't need that right now. So yeah, this is basically what it goes like right here, like this. Oh, it actually goes like this in here. Now, you can put this in here. We can mount this in. It's gonna be one nice build when this is all done. Still gotta like install Windows and all the updates. Like a PC building contest, like who can build the fastest PC. Wait, am I not streaming no more? What happened? What the hell? Okay, well, I'm back. I don't know what happened. I think I might have accidentally pushed the button on my Elgato streaming deck to end the stream. Well, that sucks. I was like wondering what was happening. I'm like, why did I I just saw the notification on YouTube. YouTube basically says like there's content out there. I need to start finding some like audio that's like free use or right, you know, not copyrighted.
and jump. And you might think, what if I fall? Well, what if you don't? What if you fly?
All these fucking laws are so dumb. All these corporations that hold rights to the music act like they lose billions of dollars. Should just create an AI bot, like use AI to create free copyrighted music that sounds really good. What was this last Let me see, did the YouTube stream come back up? Dude, that sucks. Here, let me see if I turn off the music for a minute. See if that fixes it. Come on, YouTube's up and stupid. Maybe if I stop the stream and start. I mean, there's no music being played in the background. So this literally should not be a problem. Okay, well, I mean, I turned the music off. What the hell? Maybe I need to set it up to where I'm streaming on Twitch. That the music's on a separate channel, and then that channel doesn't stream over to YouTube. So you'll hear me in background noise and like desktop noise, but you won't hear the music for that. So it doesn't go over there. It's probably what I need to do. Nope. It's like, I don't know if it's because I had it going too long or what. Whatever. I'm just going to stay over here on Twitch. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to finish this up. Okay. We got the power supply unit in. This is good. This is in here nice and sturdy. Motherboard's in here. It's locked down. Screwed in place. It's not going anywhere. CPU cooler's in. Fans are good. They're connected and they're in the right orientation. All fans are facing in the right direction, so we can go out to the back of the PC. We got fans here, one big fan here, pushing air in. Now I just got to get all the cables in here. You know, if YouTube's gonna be a bitch, I'm just gonna go ahead and start my music again. I don't care. The fun cable. Let me make sure. I'm gonna run this in the back. Let me see. What's the best way for me to want to do this without struggling too much? Because all these cables are gonna be going in here. Well, this one's gonna be going up here somewhere, so. This one's going to be going up here. So that, yeah, that's going to be in there like that. You know, like, my cousin doesn't like to show off. He wants this to be a sleeper build, so, like, there's going to be nothing. Like, cable management basically doesn't matter on this build, like, whatsoever. But in case he ever does change his mind and he's like, yo, I want to put some lights in. And I'm like, okay. Like, good thing I've already prepared this to look nice. So all the cable management's going to be done properly. I don't have to worry about going back later and redoing it. I'm like, do it right the first time so we don't go back and have to redo it again. Ah, here it is. That's what I was looking for. The connector. The motherboard. I know some people don't use them, but I do. It makes it easier. Other cables? I think that's it. Alright, that's pretty much it. Plug in the audio. Where's the audio at? So all that is in there now. This. I'll take this out. Yeah, so much cable on this stuff. This is going here. Should be good on that. Okay. I'm going to put this down here like this. Pull this through here. And that can go like that. And then I'm going to run the cable up here for the power supply unit. So it's going to go up here. This is for the motherboard. So let's pull this through here like this. Alright, that's in there now. So this, I could probably fudge. Is this cable not long enough? No, it's not long enough to go up and around here to get it out the way. That's stupid. Are you? Oh shit. The gasket came out for this. Damn, you think they would have glued these little gaskets in here? Like, talk about these things right here. Like, they popped out. Okay, that one's back in there. Okay. Okay. too high where I had it right now. Is this gasket coming out too? Oh, what the hell, man? Alright. Okay, so motherboard power is in. And now we can go ahead and wrap this up. Just get that out the way right now. Because we want this stuff to be nice and flat. Because when we put this panel back on, we don't want the wires bulging out. It ain't causing the panel not to go back on properly. So, yep. Ugh. Okay. Alright, next is CPU. This cable will reach. Let's see if it can reach. Yeah, this cable can reach. I could definitely run it through here. I gotta get the second one. Pull this down, pull this in, tuck it in, pull it into the back. Probably like strap it here too. You know what? Take this off real quick. I'm gonna flip these around. Come on, get in there. It's always tough getting these pins in for the CPU on the motherboard. Pain in the butt.
They absorb substances in order to transmit them elsewhere. Switch to record. Operating when I must in here, but it is well.
Difficult. Actually, why is this so difficult to get this in? A lot of times, like, you don't put these pins in, right? They don't fully connect into the motherboard, and then you're like, oh, my PC won't start. And it's like, oh, you didn't have it hooked in there. I'm gonna get the CPU in, or GPU. It's done. I don't know if you can see that. It's done. Definitely a qualified gigabyte GPU. Never opened, never used. see where we're gonna plug this one in up on top. Two second ones right down here. I can feel that we're almost done. Everything's new, so like nothing wants to flex. Alright, looking for this GPU only takes one VGA cable. We don't need any more. But here's the thing. If my cousin ever decided to go bigger on a GPU for whatever reason, I'm gonna put both cables in there so it's ready for him to use. I think I'm just gonna... Oh, so much to deal with. Yep, YouTube is still down. Maybe I'm banned from streaming for a while. They're probably gonna give me a cooldown. I'm just gonna go ahead and just end the YouTube stream.